following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
I wonder how much it would cost me to put DR in her armor. Probably not worth it for just a couple. Well, mind you, the mod does put in one for every level you are, so it could be quite a lot of...
The Leia's armor design?
Yeah.
You've got 3 banks of time, essentially. So,
Good.
how did you want to split them? Like, I'm guessing you're doing at least one of each, but what are you doing with, like, the third bank of time? If you know what I mean? Like, you can study, you can put armor design for one bank, study for one, and then are you doubling up on one of them, or... I'm guessing it's also lore, I'm guessing you're...
Golden Gun, why not?
Oh, some Golden Gun?
Lore, armor design, and Golden Gun.
Cool. Also... So I haven't given these to you yet. But you already have them. Just in case you want to peruse over them while I'm going around the others.
Well, the next thing I was going to say is like, well, I still have to walk around and do the post-mission chat with everyone.
Oh, you can do that as
because
well.
I'm the protagonist.
If you want to actually open with that, that's fine.
Yeah. So I'll
There's
walk
those
over
as
to
well.
the most furthest away person I can think of, Tiala. Really? Hey, old man. What are your thoughts on the last mission?
I thought we almost had that guy. The one that we were questioning. It was almost there. Almost had the name.
Well, I think we should hand these guys over to some science people who can experiment with chemicals to break down that mental block. Perhaps some kind of a sorry science. Chemicals and mind babies will probably break through it.
Something needs to... There's just so many of them. And the fanatics are just... It's interesting, though, seeing how some of them will bite down instantly. Others, it's like they're resisting their conditioning. We have to make a trip to see Rose's mum.
Yes, probably. But let's see if we can unload all of this stuff first.
We'll get rid of all this. I will get it out as fast as possible.
Okay.
I was going to transfer a lot of it to the frigate, but I'll get it into the hangar, into the warehouse, and offload as much as I can as soon as possible. I'm concerned that this other mission is going to be interrupting us, but we need to get there as soon as possible. So,
best not to mention the other ship around Zalo. We don't need him distracted and
I
fretting.
wasn't planning on yet.
He hasn't really earned it yet. I should go. Next up, Rover.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rover.
Yeah, she's probably fussing around and fixing stuff that doesn't need to be fixed. Keeping busy.
What are your thoughts on the last mission?
I wish Ada had been there so I could shoot him in his stupid face, but we saved who we could save, we shot who we could shot, and I wish there were more there to shoot.
Well, we'll see what we can do about fulfilling that. We got their hard drives.
Thanks, boss.
I should go. Hey, Thalia.
I was wondering. Hey, how's it
What are your
going?
thoughts on the last mission?
I mean, I admit that I didn't do a lot. I was mostly observing how you guys operated. I mean, if you'd given me any orders, I would have followed them, but I was just hanging back until that happened. But yeah, I'd like the shooting gallery. That was fun. I just wish Rosa hadn't got bad news.
Well, there's good news and bad news around every corner, and it's not always possible to only filter out one. There she go.
Okay.
Hey, Trish.
Hello, Logain.
What are your thoughts on the last mission?
I was not present for most of it until you called me in and started unloading cargo onto me. And bodies.
Yeah, well, you know.
I am very full.
Well, no dessert for you then.
That is good. I'm not sure I can hold dessert.
I should go.
Okay.
I'll go back to the cockpit and start my study.
Oh, brutal. Okay, then Tiala, what's Tiala doing? After Logan just talked to her about the last mission.
I'll be studying, just keeping an eye on Rosa, mainly at a distance, not...
Just using her mind baby's power to just monitor her brain unwantedly.
No, but just watching for signs.
Reprogramming her subtly.
The movie's alright.
You didn't guess. You're the one that didn't guess.
Didn't guess.
What? Sort of three. You again also have 3 periods of study.
Business and biology.
Is there anyone you're doubling up on to take up the other?
Probably business.
At some point throughout the trip back, the Leia will just come over to you.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, all right. And then she just suddenly just hugs you.
Oh,
Sorry, it's just you were taken the first time. You could have been one of those victims. She lets go.
unfortunately,
It trickled up to me finally.
I don't know if you realise it, but the one, and I point to the pod, he was also captured with us the first time. This is his second capture.
You had recognised him. You need to be careful. And you need to stop these freaks before they keep doing this.
Why we keep doing what we're doing for everyone.
And you need to be there for Rosa at the moment.
I am. She does her thing, and I'll be there if she needs me. She knows this. I think she needs to get home to her mum first. I think that's what's more important at the moment. The problem is she made a promise to all her brothers, and that's probably what's the worst part.
It's not exactly that was in her control, was it?
It doesn't matter.
There she gets it.
Oh, Sam!
I'll leave you to it.
You're right.
Like I said, it just kind of caught up that could have easily been your name on that same list. If it wasn't for the fact that when you were taken, you happened to also be taken with a bunch of badasses.
The thing is, I don't think I would have been with them for very long.
No, they would have.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure Dad would have done something about it.
Possibly. It certainly would have been a candidate for immediate experimentation, I imagine.
Going back through what actually happened, it was his fault that I got captured in the first place.
Oh, I'll leave you to it. Rosa, I'm guessing you're just basically doing exactly what you said you were doing. You're just trying to keep the mind busy by fiddling with
fixing some stuff that doesn't need fixing, and probably just practicing some martial arts or like bloodying her knuckles on some void wraith armor.
Exactly. We may or may not have a void wraith inside of that.
Well,
Well, I do have to wonder how she's coping with the fact that there are a bunch of like tubed
I
and
have
tied up
considered that,
void wraith in the.
but she's not that far gone yet. Not, although she's very concerned that the guy that had the pet Varen, those Varen may be the Varen that are mentioned in the thing. So
They very much
Yeah.
are.
Well, I mean, one of them tried to grab your arm and was just straight up.
and Jarlo bullshit.
Yeah.
Because Rhoda didn't want to shoot the puppy. Then.
Then, yeah, so, might have been a bit different and she read the documents first.
Oh yeah, there's nobody with a pet dog is going to be safe.
She would have been, that dog would have been, when it grabbed onto her arm, she would have been like Thor with Loki in the Avengers.
No. You remember when she did to the dinosaur when she stuck her hand down her throat and fired the SMG?
Yeah, oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Thalia will, probably after she talked to Tiala, will come out if she notices that if you're sparring but you're not really sparring with anybody, she'll come over and just be like, "Want a sparring partner?" It's better when they move.
I guess. Sure. I suppose you've been studying hand for a long time.
Yeah,
Probably longer than I've been alive.
400 or 500
Great.
years.
Let's see what you can do.
Sure.
And they had a lot of violence.
She'll mostly be defensive, but anyway, because she understands you want to vent some aggression, so she's just gonna.
Oh man,
You're right
Something
there.
great is happening over there.
Carry on.
yeah.
This is very cromulent, and I believe every word of it is actually there.
Yeah, so yeah, she'll help you get out some aggression. Zalo.
Sitting in the pilot's chair. I believe it was me who flew us away.
I mean, yeah, you're the one who made the roll, as I recall. So yeah.
Oh, permission to leave the helm to Trish, Captain?
Yeah. God, I didn't know Tyrion Dropper died.
Do you want the real one? Or the
This is canon. Fuck you. This is canon. I'm not. There is not a real one. This is the real one. This is the real one. Fuck you.
I'm wondering who actually saved Tyrion Christmas, though.
Tyrion Christmas.
Kissius.
No, Tyrion and Kiss are in fact mentioned here.
Okay, so I'm going to hand over control to Trish. And I'm
Star Tyrion, Demonius, the Space Tyrion, and Caturian.
Canter. I'm going to go into the back where we have a bunch of liberated lab equipment and computers and things.
Literally, the thing is packed.
Yeah.
You cannot get amongst anything.
I'm going to have to do some work here, probably over these 3 blocks.
Break anything.
I'm not going to break it. I'm
You
here.
probably didn't stuff the engine room. That's where the lab
Yeah.
is. So I'm guessing there's not much in there.
No, he wants the other equipment.
Yeah, I want to go through. Basically, what I want to do is I want to go through their lab data and any other bits of information we can pull from their equipment. And I'm looking for, like, maybe they made a mistake and transferred a wrong prisoner, and Rose's brother's still actually alive somewhere as a slave, or maybe it's a ruse on purpose to make us think that there's like a wrong amount of hostages and they have more
You need to find out what
than we
Project
thought.
R is.
Yeah, so I want to like go through. Maybe I'm comparing the weights of all the
you're gonna have to
subjects and shipments.
You're going to have to wire those terminals into the ship to get
So
power.
I don't want to do that, but I won't be able to use my power cell to give them an external power supply for long enough to pull that data onto data pads.
I give it a short amount of time with that. computer with a data cell. It won't last long. You
Yeah,
might get
I have
10
a slightly
minutes.
beefier power cell than normal, so I'll be using that one.
Okay, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Of power
And then
for-
taking a bunch of our blank data pads and just trying to scavenge what data I can and pour through it. Maybe with some kind of investigate check or something.
I believe it would be electronics. That's what I have to roll whenever I'm looking for computer information.
If that's the case, that's better. Even if there's nothing to find, I'm going to spend my whole time doing this. 32.
Okay. And yeah, you don't find any signs along those lines.
But the more not that I find, the more it feels like it's what we discovered was the truth.
I mean, you don't see anything that would indicate that they made a clerical error, essentially,
Or anything that would imply a ruse of some kind.
Nothing in there seems like it's set up for you to find either, really.
Easy.
What are you doing once the power runs out? Because that's only going to take probably. It's probably only going to take you about an hour total once you've hooked everything up and then gone through it, and then the power drains out of your cell. So that still gives you 15 hours roughly of time before you'll be back.
I guess I might do some first aid, some ion storm.
First aid and iron storm. Yeah. How much of each are you doing? So you got enough time to do one of each, one time period of each, and then an additional.
I'll put the extra one into ion storm.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the Iron Storm that made Daikatana?
We'll get there.
We'll see when he makes his final rolls with the one Iron Storm that made Daikatana or Deus Ex. What was the other one you were doing?
First aid.
Oh, first aid. Right, first aid.
Yeah, it's actually opening a medical textbook for once.
I do it sometimes. Look, those doctors don't know everything, alright?
Can't really disagree with you.
Compared to you,
I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I've got some numbers.
Oh, I'm not a doctor.
Trust me, I'm not a doctor.
So yeah, that 16 hours of time passes, and you come through the Widow Relay.
What up, Citadel Control, the Cluggy Sense?
cross it. We'll be out in the cockpit over here.
Yes, welcome. This is Citadel Control. Do you need...
Just our regular berth, please.
Okay. Oh, Sentinel, yes, of course. Sending coordinates now.
Thanks, Citadel Control. Catch you on the flip side. Well, they need a break from the monotony, too.
I'm not going to argue that was enjoyable, especially the reaction.
Now to trade and I'm naked.
You'll probably just get a response that's like, "You'll be dog in the house."
That or not another one of these guys. Oops, there
Before
go
we
the
go,
automated
yeah.
defenses. Bye!
Before we do anything, do we want to catch up with Sarge?
Yeah, might want to do
See her
that.
first.
Oh, she does pine when I'm away from her for too long.
I'll set up a meeting.
Sure. I have a little errand to run, but I won't be too long.
So I'll send Sarge. Need to catch up. Urgent.
Get a direct callback.
So
Yes,
I'll,
what is it?
I'll put it through. We just got back from the base. We've got
Oh, excellent.
We've got prisoners, we've got a very full ship, but on top of that we've got a lot of information.
I'll
Not-
get Dr. Fanlon to come and start analysing that.
Get it off the ship, get it into the warehouse so that we'll get the stuff moved into the warehouse, but we will need a vehicle to pick up the prisoners and the bodies.
Of course. How many prisoners do you have?
Give her the number.
Me.
But
A decent amount. Also a decent amount of bodies. I will send a coroner and
that'd be
van
appreciated.
with some soldiers. Not
Please
soldiers.
continue on your current heading, Commander.
I need to meet you face to face, though. I don't really want to say this over the comms.
My office, or would you prefer to meet in Glennon's?
It's going to be both me and Logain, so probably Glennon's.
Very well, I shall go there forthwith. Anything else I can assist with before then?
Give me a second. Anything else, Logain?
Hang on, Hacker. No, not right now.
No, nothing right now.
As you can infer, I'm also talking.
I should go Tadami out
Offline.
and then start getting things ready. Okay, so Logan was talking to Heka.
Hacker, did you know Turian Dropo died?
What?
Turian Dropo died in like 2156.
So I'm guessing you.
Logan, have you been to Ilium or something? Have you been
No.
partaking in some particularly choice?
I know it's hard to believe, but Turian Dropo is dead.
Who was Turian Dropo?
Green Turian says, Turian, ho, 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 a lot. Does a little dance. No? He usually shows up around Turian Christmas. The first Christmas.
Logan, do you need me to call you a medical center? Do you need...
No, you can keep calling me Logain. Silly heck.
Are you alright? Did you
I'm
hit
fine.
your head on your last mission?
Oh no, I've just been going over the secret documents I had pulled out of Lassiter's computer, and on one of my many exciting adventures that no one else gets to know about. And yeah, I say that. and I came across this one that as a side note mentions that Turian Dropo got killed by lichen bats on Invictus.
I'm sure that's a tragedy.
Yeah, I'm a bit cut up.
Sorry. I didn't know you were a big fan of...
I wasn't a big
Dropo.
fan. It's just that, you know, when you think someone's been alive for years and then you find out they're dead.
Mm.
And he didn't come back as a werebat?
Oh. Oh
What if he came back as a were-lichen bat?
We go.
Then
Is that a thing that can happen?
You could still be on an Invictus lying around.
I think I know what our next mission is. Oh wait, I can't take this crew to Invictus. They'll get eaten alive.
Most people would get eaten.
Do you have any leave time coming?
I suppose, eventually.
Right, I'll keep that in mind.
You're not taking me there, are you?
What's either that
I'm
or
gonna die.
It's either that or I have to find Turian Kiss.
Turian Kiss.
I know when they're muted.
Never mind, Heka. You'd be too young. Hang up.
I'm... Son of a... Wait, which means me... I'm also a... God damn it.
Alright, I've had my fun for the night. Next. What's the Rover and Zalo show doing?
Yeah, the ship's docked.
Waiting for van to come up and pick up prisoners and things. So I'll start prepping all of our bits and pieces to get put away.
He doesn't know there's a van coming.
Well, I'm assuming there's a van coming. There's always a van coming when we arrive with 50 million dudes.
Actually, he's not wrong on that one.
So I'll start getting everything else ready to go and make sure that they're all still firmly secured and not going to be able to pull any shit while they get
Eventually
transferred.
there's a knock on the airlock door. Boop. There's half a dozen armed Turians there, and there's a large hover van behind them.
What I want to know is how Lassiter's got a medal for something that even according to the record of this he didn't do anything in.
I'm sure you guys already know where it is, but tell me.
Yeah, the prisoners are gradually unloaded. The living ones.
Oh, the living ones.
Yeah, then I'll start shipping equipment and things to the warehouse.
Once they take them away, not long afterwards, the other one arrives to take away the non-living ones.
I'll help them load
This one
bodies.
only has a couple of Turi and Seasick.
Mm. So I'll give them a hand loading bodies as well.
Rosa has helped with the unloading process.
I guess we're going to see the Sarge.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. So if you guys go spending a few, like, it's probably going to take at least a couple of hours to
Get everything squared away.
So is the doctor coming to pick up the cryopods?
The doctor hasn't shown up yet. No.
Right. We can even take those away first, and then we can head to her office.
I'm sure you can handle that. I've got that one errand I need to do. I'll be right back. I head to the elevator.
Okay.
So what are you going up and down the elevator?
You do get elevator news.
No one uses
10.
elevators.
"55 individuals were arrested in Lower Zakira Ward last night when a tip from a seasick led them to an illegal underground fight club that also housed illegal substances and fights involving animals that not only violate animal cruelty laws, but the simple law that animals are not allowed on the Citadel at all, unless registered for specific, authorized purposes. Sergeant Lemesis Padovian and 2 squads of 20 special weapons and tactics officers surrounded the fight den and burst in, catching the inhabitants by surprise. Only about a dozen shots were fired before the inhabitants surrendered, 7 people receiving minor injuries. Of the arrested, 2 were organizers and 12 were participants, with the rest making up minor employees or audience members. Sergeant Padovian has no doubts that other such clubs still exist in the bowels of the Galactic Civilization's main hub, stating that he'd wager that each of the other world arms has at least 1 or 2.
Oh, was it a fighting pickle deal?
How is this your fault?
This card.
Wow. Shade cast on poor innocent Uncle
So
Simon.
convenient
What time
that
of
you're
day is
with
it on the
us.
Citadel? Avida, what time is
My
it?
alibi.
It is currently. Let's come up with a
Alibi mode.
a secondary time.
I love how it's never just like, what time do you want it to be?
Well, I know the window that it's in, but I need a. So that's 20 past. So it'll be 14:20 CST. Friday.
That's getting close to the end of shift. Right, I'm heading to the Seasick Academy regional area. We'll walk up to the desk, Sergeant. But it'll probably take me some time to get there, so what's Rover and Zardoz doing?
We're just moving boxes.
Okay, cool. This is revenge.
Not Sharkies though.
September 10th.
Revenge?
No, that would be his machine.
No.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
I know.
Burt
Never heard of
Reynolds' Sharky's machine.
it. I don't know. I watched it.
Well, we know that because you weren't sucked out of the airlock.
It probably would be about that time that the Dr. Fanlin and some seasick those
There you
would show up.
Yeah.
Hello, anyone here?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, good. You have the hard drives, the computer systems, terminals, data pads.
All here. Anything that else that it may be shipped into the warehouse, we're just trying to get as much space so you can get to the cryopods.
Oh, of course. Yes, the prisoners. Well, sorry, the victims.
The victims. If you can get them and pull them out, would like to have a chat with at least one of them. He was one of the ones that was captured with us originally.
Oh, of course. Which one would that be?
Give him the name.
Oh,
Because
Mr. Telenon. Him again, yes. Unfortunate.
yes.
But fortunate you managed to get him back.
I'm sorry, I just noticed that if you fold these sheets and line them up, they make starships.
Oh.
Yes. So, get data's all here. Grab what you need. If you need any more information, just let us know.
Of course, these two toughs will load the cryopods onto the vehicle.
Yes, we will load the vehicle. Giving type strain.
It helps if you unstrap it from the thing.
Right you are, my stalwart companion.
These poor Turians have these voices apparently.
Yep, so once
Now
They've
to
got-
use cunning C-sack type pushing method.
This is now canon apparently.
once they've got them out, I'll hit Sarge.
Okay.
Because it won't take you long to get that out.
I'll just roll to see what that. To see what that. To see what that. To see what that.